I'm taking on the Viral Mental Toughness Challenge 75 Hard, and this is week 1. Day 1 of 75 Hard, and we are starting off this challenge strong. We're getting in a big glass of water first thing, and I started off my day with a healthy breakfast that's high in protein. We've got some fruits, we've got some vegetables, all the good stuff that my body is going to need to get me through my workout and get me through my day. I got a bit of reading in this morning while I was eating my breakfast. And I'm trying out a new pre-workout. I'm trying the CBum Essentials line, and I bought blue raspberry. It's not bad. It does have a pretty intense beta-alanine sensation. If you know that sensation, you know. But it's all right. My first workout of this challenge was a lower body workout focused on both my hamstrings and my glutes. So we did a combination of some heavy hip thrusts. We did some banded RDLs, which, if I had to say, I think RDLs are probably my favorite exercise out of everything that I do in my workout program. I absolutely love RDLs, and that got us our first workout of this challenge. I'm also trying to do a bit more flexibility and mobility. I've definitely neglected that in the earlier years of my training career, but now as I get a bit older, it's starting to catch up with me a bit. I did injure my knee back in mid-March, and it's been a long road of recovery, and I think a lot of that stemmed from just not stretching enough. I ended off my session with just a quick walk outside just to get a bit of fresh air before I head out to work. Happy first day of 75 Hard. You guys have no idea how excited I have been for this day. And I was actually tempted to start this challenge early, but I told myself, no, we're going to prepare, and then we're going to start the challenge on the day that we said we would start the challenge. And that's today. And we are off to a fantastic start so far. We have taken a progress photo. I've had a nutritious breakfast, so my diet is on point. We got our first workout of the day in, which was a strength training workout. I've drank a quarter of the water that I need to drink. And I've read 4 pages of my book. So, fantastic start. Just pulled up to the office. I'm going to work for about 8.5 hours. I brought all my meals that I need for the day, so my diet will be on point, as well as a ton of water. So I hope to be 3/4 of the way through my water intake by the time I leave here. And then we will go home, get our second workout in, and finish up the reading that we need to do. Okay, so I just got home from work and I'm going to head out and ride. I have one more water bottle to drink before I hit my water target for the day. We're going to go ride. That'll be my second workout for the day. I will either ride for the entire 45 minutes or, depending on how the ride goes, I will ride for however long and then just hand walk him for the remainder of the 45 minutes. We'll kind of see how the ride goes and go from there. It's not too hot out today. but it's nice and sunny. So after being in an air-conditioned office all day, I'm excited to go out and feel some sunshine. I'm getting a workout in before the workout. The horses decided they wanted to be at the very, very far end of the pasture. So I have a bit of a walk before I can even start my ride. Made it to the barn. Pick out his feet quick. And we'll saddle up and get up to the arena. The thing about riding as my second workout is it takes a lot more than 45 minutes to like catch him, saddle him, get up to the arena. It takes a lot more than 45 minutes, but we'll get her done. I finished off my first day of 75 hard by reading a bit from Atomic Habits. Day 2 of 75 hard, and today's workout we are doing an upper body workout focused on both my shoulders and my back. I also throw in a bit of abs here and there just cause, but the main focus was definitely shoulders and back because that's my priority and what I'm trying to grow right now with my upper body. So I absolutely love doing shoulders. I wish I could do shoulders every day. I love training it so much. And I finished off with a bit of bicep training just cause. And with that, we have another strength training workout in the books. I was headed to the office today, and because I'm at the office for 9 hours a day, that means that I am eating a few times throughout the day at work. And so I make sure I have everything prepared and ready to go for me to just pack up and eat at the office. We have a fridge at work, so I can keep everything there nice and cool until it's ready for me to eat. Mid-morning, I have my cream of rice meal, which I'll show you guys later how I make that. It is absolutely delicious. For lunch, I have my meal prepped turkey with rice and some mixed vegetables, and I throw some sliced avocado on top of that as well, just for some extra healthy fats. So that's my lunchtime. And of course, throughout the day, I'm drinking water as well. Okay, I just finished up with work for the day. I definitely overdressed. I work in an air-conditioned office, so I get frozen, but this chunky turtleneck sweater was making me so sleepy today because I was just feeling so cozy and warm. But anyways, we are going to head to the grocery store before we go home. There's just a few things that I need. I try to only go to the grocery store once a week because I hate it so much, but I feel like there's always a few things that pop up throughout the week that I have to make one little quick stop, and that day is today. So we'll go do that, and then we'll head home and go ride. So we are at the barn. Diesel is all saddled up and ready to go. He's feeling a little bit spicy. I just about got run over by him. So, to be honest, I don't really want to ride today. I'm not in the mood, but we're gonna get up to the arena and we'll get on and we'll go from there. But either way, we're getting our 45-minute workout in. Another session in the books. Little did this guy know he would be getting worked harder as part of this challenge. You didn't sign up for this, did you? Nope. He's sweaty and tired. I just got in the house from the barn and I'm gonna make my husband's lunch for tomorrow. And yes, I make my husband's lunch every single day. And that does not mean that I am a slave to my husband or something. Gonna make his lunch. Gonna make my lunch, get stuff ready for my lunch. Part of that is making my cream of rice that I eat at work. So I thought I would show you guys how I do that. I was recently introduced to the world of cream of rice. I knew of cream of rice, I just never tried it before. But I went to my local supplement store maybe a month ago and they had it for sale. So we bought the cream of rice and now I'm obsessed. So I've been using this brand, it's Elevate. I am in Canada. I don't know if this is a Canadian brand. Let's have a look, shall we? Oh yeah, it's from Burlington, Ontario. So I don't know if you can get this in the States, but there are different brands in the States that I know. I'm trying out the maple and brown sugar. It is very good. So I'm gonna start with that. I mix a bunch of stuff into it, so let's get making this. So I start out by measuring out my cream of rice. My meal plan calls for a specific amount. The stuff that I made for today was a little bit runny, so I'm gonna add just a little bit less water today. Then I put it in the microwave. We'll start with 45 seconds. Okay. And I stir it. I'm gonna go for another 45 seconds. Okay. So once it's had its go around, that's when I mix everything else. So I'm gonna add my fruit. I'm adding mango today. And then I add protein powder. I use PE Science and I'm using Cake Pop today. It is delicious. If you have not tried it, I highly recommend. This is a super easy way to get protein, especially in the morning. Like I don't really feel like eating a chicken breast or something like that, so I add protein powder. And then I also add, because this is just a mid-morning meal, I want to stay feeling fuller, I do a bit of peanut butter. And then I just mix it all up. And I look forward to this. This tastes between the maple brown sugar flavoring from the cream of rice, the cake pop protein powder, the peanut butter, the mango. This is basically dessert, but yeah, I love it. So I just got home from work and I'm just going to head outside to get my outdoor workout in. I am not riding today. Diesel's getting the day off. It's kind of been really rainy and windy and just cold here all day, so not really the greatest riding weather, but Diesel is due for a day off anyways. I've been riding him for quite a few days in a row, so he gets the day off today. We are going to, instead of riding, I'm going to go for just an outdoor walk. We live on about a little more than I think 150 acres here at the ranch. Lots of hills, so makes for a good outdoor workout. Hopefully I don't get too rained on. I just wanted to chat quick about this whole week 1 of 75 Hard is definitely about building those foundational habits that are going to carry you through to be successful with this entire challenge. And what better book to read to learn about establishing good habits than Atomic Habits by James Clear. I am kicking myself that I did not read this book sooner because it is fantastic. And one of the things that he talks about in fairly early on in the book is about setting goals that are tied to an identity that you resonate with, whether that be an athlete or someone who is healthy, or for me, you know, I identify as just a super disciplined person across the board. And so that helps me to want to check off those tasks every single day, because that's what a disciplined person would do. If you identify as an athlete, you work out, right? It makes those workouts easier to get in because that's what an athlete does. If you're a healthy person, it's easier to avoid the cheat meals and stick to your diet because that is what a healthy person would do. So I thought that was very much applicable to 75 Hard. And if you have not read Atomic Habits, I definitely highly recommend it. It is, like I said, it's a very good book, and I wish I would have read it sooner. So with that said, I am going to head outside. Like I said, hopefully I do not get too rained on and get too wet. And then once that workout is done, all I need to do for the rest of today is to finish up my water and then read 5 more pages of a book. And then day 3 of 75 Hard will be done and dusted. Do you want to go outside? Good morning. Did you have a good sleep? Let's go outside. Let's go outside. Can you sit, please? Come here. Sit. Oh, thank you. Thank you. You're such a good puppy. I am just headed out to get to work this morning, and I gotta say, it feels like fall. It feels like fall. All the leaves are turning on the trees already. It seemed like it took forever for it to get light this morning. It was pretty chilly this morning. Like, it felt like fall was in the air. And on top of that, a lot of my favorite creators are now posting like cozy fall videos, and I'm like, whoa. It is literally August 14th when I'm recording this. You need to hold your jets for like a month and a half, because summer is short enough in Alberta. We do not need to shorten that process. So we're going to cling on to summer as long as we can. Anyways, rant over. Today is my last day in the office for this week, so we're going to head out, and hopefully this day goes by fast, because I feel like this week is kind of dragging on. But yeah, hopefully it goes by fast. We can get home and do our thing here at home. So I just got home from work and I'm gonna go head out to the barn to get my outdoor workout in. To be honest though, I do not want to ride. Just one of those days where I do not have the motivation to ride. But I think it's kind of like working out, or it's like you just gotta go and put your workout clothes on, put your sneakers on, and just get it done. So I'm gonna go catch my horse, I'm gonna saddle him up and get into the arena and just go from there. The one thing though is with horses it's a little bit different, because if I'm in any sort of a mood, Diesel is very sensitive to that, and so it's not the greatest to ride him if I'm just not feeling it. So we'll kind of see. Hopefully I'll get out of this funk by the time I saddle him up and we'll have a good ride. But if not, we can just go for a hand walk in the pasture. But either way, we are going to get this outdoor workout done. All right, we are all saddled up, ready to go. We will ride, we will ride. We've put this much effort in, might as well finish the task. Hey buddy, are you ready? It's cooler today, so he should have a bit more pep in his step today. One thing I know for sure with this 75 hard challenge, this guy is definitely going to get in better shape, because we have gone from 30-minute rides to 45-minute rides, and his chest is pretty sweaty. He worked hard today, so he's definitely going to be in better shape by the end of this. One guy that doesn't get nearly enough attention on this channel is Junior. Junior. This is my heart horse. He's 25 years old. He is retired and loving life. What else can I tell them about you? Used to be a cutter. We've done all sorts of fun things all over this great province, and I love him to death. I hope he lives forever and ever. There was a time when I wanted to clone him because I love him so much. Horses are fed, dog is fed, cats are fed. Time for me to get fed. And it's Thursday, which means I have Invisalign, and every Thursday I put in new trays, which means by Thursday evening my teeth hurt. So right now my teeth hurt, and so I've gotten into a routine. This is tray number 11. I've gotten into the routine for the past 11 weeks now that on Thursday evenings for supper, I have oatmeal and eggs, because they are soft and they're easy to eat and I don't need to chew. I can just basically just put it in my mouth, gone. Don't need to, like, it's kind of brutal. And I'm going to be doing Invisalign for anywhere from, they said 18 months to 2 years. So oatmeal Thursdays it is. So that's what we're going to make. Oh, last one of these I need to drink for the day. All right, let's get cracking. Okay, so we got a pot with some water. I'm gonna get that to a boil to cook my oatmeal in. I see lots of people on like YouTube and stuff making their oatmeal and whatnot in the microwave. I've always made it on the stovetop, so that's what I do. And then we've got 1 egg plus a schwack ton of egg whites for some extra protein without a ton of extra fat. I have peanut butter here. I like mixing my oats with peanut butter, and I'll sprinkle some cinnamon on top as well. And because I feel like I need a vegetable, I pulled out some frozen green beans that I'm going to steam. I'm pretty sure these are going to hurt my teeth just because they require a bit of chewing, but we will power through. So, supper on the go. Sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon on that sucker, and we are ready to eat. Good morning. Today is a little bit different. I am headed to the city because marketing at the firm that I work at wants me to get headshots taken, so hence why the hair is all curled. Gonna get photos taken. And then I'm meeting my husband for sushi lunch because it is his birthday today. So Lucas, if you're watching this, happy birthday, I love you. So the thing with 75 Hard is it says you need to follow a diet and no cheat meals. It does not say that you cannot eat out, but the thing with eating out is it is very easy to go overboard. So what I've done this morning is I have entered how much sushi I anticipate eating today, and then I've built the rest of the food that I'm going to eat around that so that I still hit my macro targets for the day while also enjoying a meal with my husband. So just kind of have to play like Tetris a little bit with my macros to make it work, but as long as you're pre-planning, it's not that big of a deal and you can still enjoy eating out while sticking to your goals. So I'm not looking forward to getting my photo taken, but moving up in the firm is a good thing, and that's why we need pictures. So we will go get it done. All right, we are back from sushi in the city. It was delicious. We did stop for groceries, so I thought I would do a bit of a grocery haul with you guys. Like I said, I try to only go to the grocery store once a week if possible, just because I hate it so much and I feel like it's super efficient to be going to a grocery store multiple times a week. So let me show you what we got. And when I say we, I mean me and my husband, and that's a big mistake because I always end up having to spend way more money when he is with me. And we end up with things like this, which I would rather not have in the house, although I don't eat chips, but if I were to eat chips, these are the ones. This is definitely a Canadian thing though. Ruffles all dressed. They are delicious. Bananas, I eat these pre-workout as a carbohydrate source. Good stuff. They are expensive, but I buy bag salads. Yeah, I don't know. It's just one of the things I try to be as cost effective as possible, but these are one thing that I will splurge on because they make it way easier to get tons of veggies in a sitting. I am a huge proponent of frozen fruit, frozen veggies. They have just as much nutrients, if not more so, than fresh stuff. So I bought a berry cherry mix. This will go in things like my oatmeal, creamy rice, all that good stuff. And yeah, same goes for frozen vegetables. I bought green beans and I bought peas as well. I go through a ton of egg whites in a week. I add these to just my whole eggs. There's a gram, I believe a gram of protein per 10 grams of egg whites. I believe that's right. Yeah, I buy it in the carton. This was stupid expensive. Groceries in Canada are stupid expensive. Of course, we have whole eggs. Don't be scared of the yolks. They are full of really, really good nutrients. So I eat at least 2 eggs every single day. I had to buy meat today, so I got extra lean ground beef and extra lean ground turkey. I will use these to meal prep this weekend. Zucchini, mushrooms, you guys have seen me eat that a few times already in this video. Coleslaw mix, again, another good way to get in various vegetables. Avocado, I eat probably half an avocado every day. Asparagus, again, kind of expensive, but I like it. Sweet potato, very inexpensive. I never used to like sweet potatoes, but I found a way that I like how it's prepared, put some butter on it and stuff like that, and it is good. Bone broth. I cook my jasmine rice in bone broth. It makes it taste way better, and it adds just a little bit more protein and just some flavor. And then other than that, I bought just some odds and ends that one does at the grocery store. So that's kind of it. I am on track today. I think, what do I need to do? I need to drink 1 more liter of water, read 4 more pages of my book, and my outdoor workout. It is cold outside. I am kind of sort of not looking forward to my outdoor workout. I like to give my body a break on Saturday and Sunday from strength training just so that my muscles can recover. So my first workout on Saturday was a Pilates YouTube video. I haven't done Pilates in I don't know how long, so I definitely felt kind of awkward, but it was a good way to get in a different form of movement beyond just my regular strength training sessions. Did some groundwork with Mr. Diesel for workout 2 of the day. You did so good, buddy. Yeah, so good. All right, so we are 1 week down in 75 hard, and to be honest, week 1 could not have gone better. I didn't have any instances at all. Obviously, I completed all of the tasks. I didn't have any instances where I was panicking at the end of the day to, chug a bunch of water or doing a late night workout or anything like that. I got all of my tasks done within plenty of time each day, no panic. It went so smoothly. And I can definitely say that that was because I put the prep work in my week 0 to make sure everything was lined up to make the transition into this challenge as smooth as possible. As I said earlier in the video, I am really realizing how Atomic Habits, the book by James Clear, is so applicable to this challenge. One of the things that James Clear says is, the way to change who you are is to change what you do. And that has kind of been the theme for this week for me. This first week wasn't about some radical transformation, right? Like if you look at my progress photos, the photos I'm taking every day, I more or less look exactly the same, right? There's no magical change that has happened over the course of these 7 days. This week has been more about just laying the foundation that is going to get me through today 20, today 45, today 75. And every day this week, it's about casting a vote for the me who is becoming someone who has successfully completed 75 hard. Every day that I work out is a vote for me as someone who is fit, someone who is an athlete. Every time I drank all my water, that was a vote towards me being a healthy, hydrated person, all of that good stuff. So as I head into week 2, I'm not looking at day 75 and the end of the challenge. And because to be honest, if I think about it that way, it gets a little bit overwhelming, right? Like we're on day 7, to think about day 75 can be a bit daunting and possibly even discouraging. So instead of that, I'm taking the viewpoint of just getting each task done 1 day at a time. We're taking this 1 day at a time. Because really, that's what this challenge is all about, right? It's checking off those tasks 1 at a time every single day. It's that consistency. It's building those habits that are going to carry you all the way to the end of the challenge. I think one of the things that might be a challenge as I move further along is the loss of novelty. This first week of 75 hard has been kind of exciting and just a bit of a thrill to be like, I'm doing 75 hard. This is so exciting. Like, yes, I marked another day off my checklist. The novelty's gonna wear off, and that's where the rubber meets the road. This is where motivation is potentially going to wane and where it's really important that you make a lot of these tasks automatic. So you're not thinking about it, it's just something that you do. Going back to what I talked about earlier with tying things to your identity. If it's something that a person like you would do, you're gonna do it. And again, that is what's gonna pull you through this entire challenge. So my focus for week 2 is just about building up momentum, coming strong out of week 1 and building up the momentum moving forward. One of the things that I read about in Atomic Habits last night actually was about making it obvious. How can I make something so obvious that I won't do it? Progress photo is a great example. If I have my ring light already set up, it's easy to take a photo. Just pop my phone in there, strike a pose, done, right? Or my book is actually a great example. I had the habit of scrolling on Instagram before bed. Now that 75 Hard is here, I've had the book on my bedside table instead, and it's just obvious. It's there, I can grab it. I have had some weakness of my phone still being there as well, but having the book there makes it way more accessible and way more obvious for me to do that thing as well. So my kind of mini goal, I guess, this week is to get these tasks really ingrained into my routine to where they get to a point where it's just like brushing my teeth. It's just something that I do every single day without question. And like I said, day 75 is still a long ways away, like a long ways away. So there might be a bit of fatigue that could potentially set in. And then again, it's just going back to focus on today. What do I need to do today? So like for today example, I have a good chunk of my tasks already checked off. Focus what still needs to be done and get it done and get it done. That's all I need to do is get done what needs to get done today. As they say, tomorrow we'll worry about tomorrow itself. I'm totally willing to embrace this grind, get through 75 hard. That's kind of why I wanted to do this challenge in the first place, is to push through that bit of adversity and that resistance to doing things like this. So I'm excited. As much as like talking about mental fatigue and waning motivation, I'm looking forward to it in a sense, because then I have an opportunity to really embrace that and push through it and show that I am mentally resilient enough to get through tough times like that. And with that being said, I think I'm going to wrap up the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed the first official week of 75 hard. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I would be greatly appreciative if you would. Let me know in the comments if you are doing 75 hard. I would love to hear from your experience. And until next time, we will see you at the end of week 2. Bye.